Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to part 5 of World War II mod, Germany. Now, right now, it was taking too long, so I decided to over-commentate this. I'm not going to do a live commentary anymore. So right now, the main strategy is to take all the troops we can, and to go into 3 different spots, or just go straight to Moscow, because in Moscow, in about 10 turns, I believe from now, maybe about 5, the Russians will be able to build 1 infantry per every single city, and that's a huge problem, and will stop your invasion right now. Right now, we're just getting all our troops. We're about to attack Volgograd. Blah, 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 blah. I can't say words. The problem is city. Yeah. The problem is half the Russian cities are full with walls. In order to destroy walls give the city a 50% defense bonus, and yeah, you don't want to mess with troops, even though they're in defense bonus. Like, even that city, if you can take out the walls, you'll have so much more success with taking out a city. Even infantry can sometimes take out heavy machine gunners, which are basically the most defenders. I would use heavy machine gunners only for defense. Like, maybe for your inner cities that no one cares about, you would use German infantry, because it's not likely you're going to be attacked yet, unless America decides to land, or Canada. Canada, you have to be afraid of Canada. Canada's I don't even know what to say about them. So right now we're just taking all our troops, we're putting it there. I decided to take the Bismarck out. It's the giant battleship we have, and just to cause massive havoc to London, because I'm planning on just launching all the paratroopers and landing a London invasion. That would be a pretty nifty trip. If you can take London, we'll have so much more success, because then there'll be, instead of 10 bombers bombing our country, or Copenhagen, whatever they decide to attack, it will only be like 2. Now, at this point, I drafted from the city, and I was like, what the fuck? Aren't I supposed to be drafting German infantry? No, you draft guerrilla soldiers, because that's the way the world works. If you can, I don't even know, but I was just like, what it just doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense anymore. I'm sorry if I haven't been posting videos as much as I'd like to, but it's because I'm a lazy son of a bitch. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like, oh my god. I'm lucky I have some really easy teachers this semester. My teacher, he doesn't care if I come in like 10 minutes late or 50 minutes late. As long as you come in before the end of the class, you're early. He doesn't take attendance. It's really cool. See there, when your troops normally have 2 life, unless you're taking a tank and attacking infantry, I suggest you retreat them back to home base, just for the sake of security. Right now we're just watching like everyone do whatever. This is what happens at the end of each turn. I may not have shown this before. I don't even care about those. But at the end of each turn, you see everyone else play. So you can take your time, you can look at them, plan your moves, see what they do. It's more strategic to look at the moves instead of just walk away and come back a little later. Now, right now, we're starting to see part of the Russian army. There's a lot of Russian troops approaching our cities, and that's very, very bad. As you can see here, all the shit's starting to go down. The British are actually retaliating. The Italians still aren't doing anything helpful whatsoever. They're taking out barbarians. No, they can't even take out barbarians, sorry. But Spain's starting to win a little bit in their civil war and decided to come out and try to help us. Just a little. Alright. It's now our 7th, 8th. You guys can correct me on that. I don't know what type of turn it is. But we're ready to start our invasion onto the Russians. So you would always use your artillery first and bombard the city. Most effective. Like, you use every single thing you have. Bombers, whatever. And always, if you see a sniper, take him out. Because snipers are usually invisible unless you have a recon trooper in your proximity. Like, right there, you see I had a recon trooper there. At the very bottom. So, if you don't have a recon trooper, it could be proved very hectic. I propose you just at least build 1 per army. The way to win in this game is you just build a stack of like 20 troops. The problem is they can just come and bombard them, but they're not that smart. they're going to try and attack you one at a time. And with your bombers, you're going to try and take out all the walls of a city or barracks. If you take out the walls or barracks, then the city, if you take out the barracks, sorry, the city can no longer heal itself. There's the massive firepower, I lost my train of thought. That was just so gorgeous. Anyways, the barracks, it's a very good thing to have on your city, because if you have a troop fortifying, it will heal itself entirely in one turn, except maybe for an army. I think it takes 2 or 3 turns if it has only 1 life left. Given the fact that it has 25 life, so they have to balance it out a bit. And if you take out the walls, they lose a 50% defense bonus. So let's say you have a heavy machine gunner with 10 defense. If he's on a city with walls, well, first of all, he's on a city, so he gets about a 50% defense bonus. Then on walls, he gets another 50. So you get maybe, he has 20 defense. I don't know if that's exact, but it's around there, because it feels like even my panzers aren't doing much. Most of the time they'll do something, but sometimes freaking riflemen. One guy, I had to fix the mod because it was so bad. Greece. I just tried destroying them with I don't know how many. They had 1 rifleman there. He was a rifleman. He was using a rifle, and he blew up 3 tanks. I just don't understand. This game doesn't make sense anymore. Over here, you have a rally point. So if you don't want to like tell your units to go wherever, you can set a rally to like, let's say, the middle of Russia, and they'll try to make their way as soon as possible. Right now, it's just drafting units, because you should always draft your units, and your people might not like it, but sucks for them. You have more units, you have pointless troops that actually will do something, because they have a high amount of damage. Right there is Romulans' work. Romul's the massive tank army we have. And I loaded up maybe 3 to... I don't know how many, but I think it's about 3 or 4 tanks. So that army has about 25 dice rolls, or chances to win, instead of just 5, which is a major bonus. Plus it can attack 4 times per turn. But I don't suggest you use this on pointless people like Russian infantry. Use your German, your infantry for that. Yeah, the way to win in this game, just spam tanks. I mean, it's kind of not strategic, yes, but if you use them in a strategic way, then you will win. Because I've tried this before 100 times, trying to just run through Russia with tanks. It took me a couple thousand tries to try and figure out the most successful way, because I've always been destroyed by everything. So what I've tried to figure is go straight for Moscow first, take out the Red Storm, because if you take over Moscow, they'll stop building infantry. Well, they won't stop building infantry, but in 10 turns, you won't get, like, murdered. That's what I'm trying to say. That kind of pissed me off. I spent an entire tank trying to take out 1 flak. But there you go. See, with panzers, even if it has like 1 to 2 life left, if you're versing like flak or let's say a tank, because tanks have no defense whatsoever, that's how you take out panzers. Just attack them. They look violent. They're the strongest tank in the game, since they're a light tank and they have 13 attack. Stronger than some medium tanks, actually. Most medium tanks. But if you attack it, it's gone. It has the defense of an infantry, and yeah, so you can just attack it with the tank and it's gone. Don't be afraid. If you're on the other side and you're versing panzers, do not be, well, be afraid when they attack. Be very afraid. They're panzers, but don't freak out. The goal of this game is just to calm yourself, think of a strategic move to play. It's very, very frightening when you see thousands of German infantry running into Russia, but the goal of Russia is spam infantry. They can't stop it. They'll waste. If you put them on the forests, some panzers won't even destroy your infantry. It's really pathetic. That's why you use your bonuses and you slowly move into Germany once you get the T-34 tanks. You don't attack early. That's the Russian goal. They're stupid, so they're versing an AI. What I did there is why you don't see my infantry attacking is I told all my infantry to attack, so I don't have to constantly keep clicking it. That's a really cool feature they put into this game. You click the click all button, and they just all move. It's a lot more effective. Because I remember in the old game, when I didn't know how to play, I built maybe 200 infantry, and it took me about an hour to move all of them. Yeah, it, it was a really wasted time, but it was a long time ago.